Here we go. GoBowling.com 250. Richmond Raceway. We're about to qualify here for this event. And before I qualify, I do have to say, out of any track in any of the top 3 series of NASCAR, this one's probably my worst. I like it. I like short tracks. It's just, I just do not perform well here for some reason. So we're just going to hop right on in. We're going to get it going. And let's see what we've got here for qualifying. Got a little bit looser setup, at least for qualifying. We might tighten it up before the race starts, but we'll see. First of a 4-stream Sunday here on the channel. First of 2 here on NASCAR Heat 4 today. For the Xfinity Series later for you. With the left sides on the apron there, got to be careful with that. This lap is going to be a 21.820, so we'll qualify 27th for this race. Yeah, I mean, it's about where I'm going to be running for the first probably 15-20 laps of the race. I don't know if we're going to have a shot to win this here, which stinks because this is the first race of the playoffs. Michael Winnette's on the pole. So yeah, 12-driver field here for the postseason. If one of them wins, they will advance to the round of 8. So there is a lot on the line here. We do have to perform as well as we can, get any sort of playoff points that we can over the course of the race. And we'll see what this is going to look like. Tommy Joe Martins. He's starting at the rear of the field, so is Ray Black Jr. So we're actually still, I think, starting 27th in the field. Not going to shake our starting order here, so the green flag's going to be in the air, and we are underway here at Richmond. A great jump on the restart, though, down on the inside of the racetrack. 75 laps in the opening stage of the race. We'll see what we've got. Taking it deep into turn 1. Thought I might have had a shot at Elliott Sadler. Now we're 4 wide on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, look at how loose Vinnie Miller got there. We made a little bit of contact, probably because we were 4 wide. Now look at Brandon Brown jumping at the bottom. Didn't work out for him. We're going to complete lap 1 of 250 here at Richmond. Trying to squeeze to the inside of Stephen Light there. It didn't work. He blocked us off. Yeah, this is not going to be a good race for us. Just going to try to hold the bottom here as much as we possibly can. We got Justin Haley behind us. He just missed out on the playoffs. He was the first driver above the cut line. Should say below the cut line. Now Brandon Brown's going to get back around it, so we're right back to where we started in the 27th position. So I don't know. We'll see. It's 72 laps here. We cannot catch them at all, but at the same time, at least Austin Hill on back, 28th on back, is not really catching us. Yeah, this is probably the worst track we could have started the playoffs on this game, just because we typically don't run here well. Kind of loosen up as the run goes on, though, and I think that's going to help us. We will be a little bit better on the longer run, but yeah, I mean, struggling back in 27th, though. Eesh. John Hunter Nemechek is leading laps. Remember, he got a win earlier in the year, so he is in the playoffs. So all those guys getting stage points right now that are in the postseason, that's an advantage they're definitely getting over me here to start. Now, we do have a lot of playoff points entering this postseason, especially after winning the regular season title in quite a few races. But still, we can't have bad performances like this if we don't get any stage points to finish back to where we started in 27th. So we got to get going here at some point in time. But I think we just got to be patient over the course of the long run. I know we're 8 laps in already, and we haven't gone anywhere, but least I know we can get good jumps on the restart if we do have a late race restart, and then maybe, hopefully, we can block from that point on. Might be our only hope. Garrett Smithley just going to close the door on us there. We're not going to be able to get around him, at least not yet. We are racing with the controller here in this one. There is a chance that we race with the steering wheel at the roller later today. There's a chance. Kind of foreshadowing there. There's a good chance. For the second road course race I've done, and I raced at Watkins Glen with it earlier this season, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We did finally pass Garrett Smithley there a little bit ago. Now we're trying to work on Vinnie Miller for position. To the inside of Miller for 25th. We made contact earlier when he tried to go 4 wide on the very start of the race into 1 and 2. Made a little bit of contact, and then Brandon Brown tried to go 3 wide to the bottom of us into 3 and 4 on the opening lap too, and also made contact with us. Brown has driven away a little bit. Vinnie Miller has not been able to do that. So we're going to get on by, and that'll move us up to 25th. We are more than a half a lap down already. 12 seconds off the race lead. I'm sure Nemechek is still faster than us at this point in the run. We're just faster than some of these guys that are outside the top 20 right now. It's weird though, because Christopher Bell's usually pretty good here in the Xfinity Series. We are not able to live up to those expectations, though. Looking for the pass for 24th now, and Timmy Hill. We're going to make the pass.
Clear high, clear high.
Out of the inside of Brandon Brown, making quite a few passes here the last couple laps. We're not far behind Josh Williams. He almost pulled off a miracle yesterday. At Vegas in the final race of the regular season, he ran top 5 the entire day, but could not muster up enough to get the win. He did qualify on the pole as well. He did everything he could to pull off the upset. I think he finished 15th in the points standing, so he needed a win. Could not get it done. But even 15th is pretty good for that team. We can still race to get up to 13th in the point standings before the end of the season. Really hoping as well, though, that I don't wear out my tires too much. Obviously, short tracks wear your tires out quite a bit because you're constantly on the brakes, as we are here. But Zane Smith is leading laps now. He is a non-playoff driver. So if he wins, that would actually kind of help us out. One less driver locked in after the first race. All 12 of us would still be racing at the Roval. Tyler Reddick right there. About to catch our first playoff driver. Reddick not having a good day either. He's in 20th right now. So you got 2 of last season's big 3 running in the 20s. Not good. Battling each other for position. We're going to get around him here. So he goes back to the top. That just doesn't seem to work here at Richmond as well. We'll make up some ground on the bottom there. We'll make the pass. 55 to go in stage 1. We're already 20 laps in the books. About 2/3 of a racetrack behind the race leader, Zane Smith. Right front tire only at 75% tire wear though, so we're pacing pretty good in this opening stage of the race to make it on tires. Fuel will be no issue whatsoever. We can run almost 100 laps on fuel. I think we can run about 99 laps. Final stage we'll definitely have to pit, try to maybe split it in half.
Careful, still there.
Looking to the inside of Stephen Light here for 19th.
Careful, still there.
Setting them up to get to the inside of 1 and 2, and then we'll make the pass in 3 and 4. So we're into the teams now for the first time today in the 19th position on the racetrack. Still quite a ways to go though. We're about to catch our first lap car of the race of Vaccarella in the 90 car. He stays on the top side to the 1 and 2, so we easily catch and clear him. That last corner, and now Ross Chastain not too far ahead of us. I think he struggled to get around Vaccarella, so it'll allow us to get to the inside of Chastain, driving it in deep here into turn 2. So definitely kicking up a little bit of steam here. But at the same time, we're still quite a ways behind the leaders. I don't think we have to worry about going a lap down, at least in this stage. By the time this car kicked in, if we would have qualified further back, I think we might have had an issue, but... Oh, Jeffrey Earnhardt in 37th, so actually he is the last current running playoff driver. Wow, that is not a good run for Jeffrey. Kyle Busch Motorsports. Wow, 37th. He's going to need some DNFs or something because he doesn't look like he's going to have a good day today at all. So unfortunate as a playoff driver. He was 14th in the point standings, but he made the playoffs because of a win that he had earlier in the season at New Hampshire on a photo finish with me at the line. But that was the reason that he got in. We did have 2 drivers inside the top 12 in the point standings that did not make the playoffs though. Look at Clements trying to take 3 wide from 3 and 4. You might see that on the restarts, but you're not going to see that too much here. And that was a pass for position he made on Justin Haley too. Jeff Green kind of pulled in front of us now. Tried to get around him on the outside real quick, and then down to the inside on Justin Haley, but we can't get him there. Haley might try to get Clements back again. We got a big run off and turn 4 to the inside though on Haley. Clements going to shut the door on us, but we're going to clear Haley up off of turn 2. Up to 17th, now quickly to the inside of Clements going into turn 3. We'll clear him up off the turn 4, and that will move Christopher Bell up to 16th. So we're slowly working our way through the field. Cole Custer is now taking the lead. He is in the playoffs. He's had a win or 2 this season. Remember, we had 9 different winners in the regular season, and 8 of which made the playoffs. Stephen Light won the season opener at Daytona, but he did not make the playoffs because he was outside the top 20 points. He finished 22nd in the point standings, and he finished about 23 points behind the cut line. I think he went into that race down 27, so he was going to need probably a little bit of help, and he didn't get it. Had a little bit of a gap here between us and 15th Elliott Sadler, but Sadler is now only about a second ahead of us, so we'll probably catch him in another lap or 2. Still running him down. It looks like Cole Custer still might be a little faster than us, believe it or not. We're now about 3/4 of a track behind the race leader. 16 seconds off the race lead. Now about 16.5 seconds back, so I didn't think we were going to have a shot to go a lap down, but I guess you never know. So although our car's getting a little faster, we're not quite fast enough. I'm driving in deep here into turn 1 on Sadler. We're already to his inside. So we'll easily make the pass up off of turn 2, and that'll move us up to 15th. Now we're a little less than 2 seconds behind Gray Golding for 14th. He's got a couple lap cars just in front of him. Looks like they're both staying to the outside. At least the first driver will. Yeah, Vinnie Miller's going to stay to the outside as well. So almost 17 seconds off the race lead. Vaccarello staying to the outside for us as well, so that's good. Hopefully Vinnie Miller will also. And it actually looks like Vinnie Miller might get there that last lap. Goes back to the top of 3 and 4. We had to catch him in a bad spot. Yeah, we caught him in a bad spot right off the exit of the corner. Couldn't use all the racetrack there. Had to side draft to get back around him now. We kind of missed our marks. And a little higher than what we wanted to through 1 and 2. We are past halfway through the stage, still over 50% tire left on the right front, so we will make it to the end of the stage easily. Without our right front tire giving out on us. So we can really use all the race car. I wasn't taking it easy before, but I could race as hard as I can, knowing that the tires are going to be there until the very end of the stage. Of course, we haven't had a caution yet in this race either. So we'll see how that's going to go.
Still there. Clear high, bud.
A little bit tighter angle into turn 1 as we were on the inside of Timmy Hill. Now we're about 17.5 seconds off the lead. Almost 18 seconds back. A couple more lap cars in the way here. Gray Golding in 14th, just in front of us. Oh, a little bump and a little run. Golding into the wall now off of turn 4 as we kind of put him up there. Tried to tap him just a little bit to get around him real quick, driving kind of aggressively, but he could not keep control of the car. He got up into the wall to stay green. But he loses the spot. Still quite a ways ahead of Elliott Sadler. Austin Hill is going to hold us up a little bit. In the 36th place position. Brandon Jones, Austin Cindric within sight. Both of them are playoff drivers. Jones won at Mid-Ohio this season to get himself into the playoffs. He was 12th in the season point standings at the end of the year. So he would have barely made it on points if he didn't win. And if there wasn't any winners outside of the top 12, but because there was, he needed with a few races to spare at the end of the season. 19 seconds off the race lead now. Right when I think the car is kicking in, we got time to get Custer. This doesn't seem to be the case. So we haven't even sniffed the top 10 yet either. Who knows, we might be in danger of going a lap down here eventually. 19 seconds off the race lead, 28 to go in the stage. Oh, a little contact there with Jeff Green, a little bump, a little run. Trying to hurry up and get on by. It might slow us down a little bit, but don't want to waste any time getting around him. Don't want to battle for position too much with Brandon Jones there, costing us more and more time each lap. Gonna catch Joey Gase in a bad spot there, right off of turn 2. Side draft for a second. Harmon's gonna give us the inside at least. Oh, but we can't clear him off the corner. Now we have a little contact with him. And it's such an awkward angle here. At Richmond, we didn't have a lot of room. We're still 19 seconds off the race lead. This lap traffic is not helping us, and now Chad Finch's going to pull down right in front of us. Cindric trying to get away. Ray Black Jr. just in front of him. So is Kaz Gralla. Now we're about 19 and a half seconds back. Cole Custer's coming, guys. Custer is coming. Look at him back there. He is actually a lot closer to what I want him to be. Blue and white car. Might have to fight just to stay on the lead lap here to the end of the stage. Thank goodness the tires are going to last all the way to the end here. Oh, Ryan Sieg, he might be on the lead. Yeah, he is. We're going to get around him. Another playoff driver. It's another spot. We're up to 12. We might be able to squeak out stage points here. So I know Ray Black Jr. is definitely on the lead lap, and he's not too far ahead of us. There's a ton of lap traffic going on right now. Look at Josh Balicki holding us down on the inside. He's doing what he can in 22nd. Not really giving us much leeway. Neither is John Jackson now in 32nd. Austin Cindric in 11th, a half second ahead of us. Ray Black Jr. in 10th, he is a full second ahead. 21 laps to go in the stage. Custer closing in on us. This far into the run, he still is faster than us. That scares. Yeah, we're about 20 to 20 and a half seconds off the lead. Now to the inside of Cindric. We're going to be battling hard for position here. Custer's only a couple cars behind us. 2 more lap cars separate us. Custer's just dominating the field right now as we try to still get around Cindric up off of turn 2. Can we clear him? Yes, barely cleared Cindric. And that is the only car that separates me and Custer now. 20 and a half seconds off the race lead. Custer zooming around the bottom of the racetrack. We're trying to get stage points and stay on the lead lap as Ray Black Jr. is still about a second ahead of us going into turn 1. But we still got over 10 laps to go yet. With Custer coming, I don't know if we're going to be able to hold on to it. Might have to loosen the car up a little bit more at the end of stage 1 here. It might help. Cindric's about to go a lap down. We're catching up to Ray Black Jr. in 10th here, right to his back bumper. Custer has just put Cindric a lap down, now to the inside of Ray Black Jr. for 10th. Hopefully this battle doesn't go on too long. Neither of us want to go lap down, and we're fighting for the final stage point here, but Ray Black Jr. never made the playoffs, so he might not fight us as hard. We're going to get around him for 10th, so we're probably guaranteed a stage point. We got Kaz Gralla just in front of us too. We might be able to get a second stage point if we can get up to 9th. And with a lot of drivers a lap down, we'll restart right about this spot, even though if we stay on the lead lap, of course, though, because Cole Custer's still coming. He has just put Ray Black Jr. a lap down now, so only 10 drivers on the lead lap. We're the last driver on the lead lap. Oh, Custer caught that lap car in a bad spot. That'll help us out a little bit. We're catching Gralla. We'll see if he'll try to hold on. Oh, we're really tight up off of turn 2, and Chastain trying to cross us over. Here comes Custer now. Still can't get to the bottom. Custer's going to try to follow Chastain. Oh, man, thank goodness we got the run off the top try that time on Chastain, but we can't quite get to the bottom. Now we do. We're going to get underneath the 61 of Austin Hill, and Cole Custer is closed right to our rear bumper now. As now we go to the inside of Kaz Gralla for the 9th position. So we're side by side for 9th. Cole Custer just behind us as well, trying to put both of us a lap down. As he's going to get to the inside of Kaz Gralla there through turns 1 and 2. So now we're the last driver in the lead lap in the 9th spot on the racetrack. Well, Gralla's holding on. Custer's got to go to the outside to get around Stephen Light.
Still there. All clear.
So BJ McLeod having a great run in 8th. Another non-playoff driver. Oh, wow. 3 wide back there now with Custer. He's trying to split the middle. It's costing him a little bit of time, so it's going to allow us to try to get away even more. 21 seconds off the race lead. A little bobble getting into 3 that time. Custer has gotten around him, so no lap cars in between me and Custer. We're about 3.5 seconds back from BJ McLeod still. 10 laps to go in stage number 1. 9 though for Custer. Jeff Green, Cesar Baccarella got to go to the outside. They catch Baccarella not in a good spot there. It could have been worse, but I'll take it. Timmy Hill pulls down right in front of us now. Quickly try to get to the outside of him. Looks like Noah Gregson's up ahead. I think he's a lap down already. Might not be Gregson. I think it might be Jeremy Clements. I'm not totally sure. Well, if you're just joining, we've got a race for you. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. We were in danger of going a lap down a little bit ago. Oh, big move down to the inside. This is probably one of our worst racetracks on NASCAR Heat 4. We're just trying to hold on to get any sort of stage points we can because this is the opening race of the playoffs. Custer's going to come to the line now with 5 laps to go in the stage. I think we can catch BJ McLeod for 8th. Right front tire's pretty worn out, but it should make it to the end. Burning these tires up as hard as I can just to stay away from Custer. We never went a lap down. He's still somewhat close to us. 20.5 seconds off the race lead. I mean, we got nothing for these guys. We'll try to loosen the car up, make some adjustments at the end of the stage. That's about all we can do. BJ McLeod being held up right now behind Brandon Brown, one of the lap cars, so that's allowing us to catch him even quicker. So we got a chance to get 3 stage points here. At the beginning of the race after qualifying 27th and fighting our way through the field as much as we can, despite not being anywhere near as fast as the race leader, Custer. 3 wide down to the bottom now, trying to split the lap traffic. And we're going to get it done. So we're going to move up to 8th. 3 laps to go for us now in stage number 1 here at... Ooh, really tight off of turn 2. Just trying to keep it off the wall. 2 to go now. Custer trying to close back in again, but he's got 4 lap cars in between us and him, and they're running side by side back there too, so I feel comfortable. We can hold on. Plus, Custer's just reached the white flag now, so Cole Custer dominating stage 1. He's a playoff driver. He's looking for another playoff point. 10 stage points here to maybe put his way into victory. 3 wide coming off of turn 4. We're at the white flag, but Cole Custer would reach the green-white checkered flag, and Custer is going to win stage 1. So Cole Custer wins stage 1. We're going to bring it home in 8th, about 3.5 seconds back of 7th. Chase Briscoe at the line. Hey, cheers, how's it going? Your home state track Richmond, Virginia. So you're probably a lot closer to Richmond, I would assume, than Martinsville. I'm not sure exactly where they are at in the country. I haven't been to either one. I've been through Virginia before to get to Charlotte last year for the Roval, but outside of driving through it, I haven't really been there. Oh no, we didn't pit. No. Don't invite me to a party. Well, thanks, man. I'll try to join after this race. Once I'm done streaming. Yeah, we're gonna get blown by Cole Custer here. Oh man, that's terrible. I didn't pit. I was too sidetracked and under the caution there. It's not looking good. This is not looking good. $70 laps to go. We're gonna have to pit before the end of the stage, and we might as well pit now. That is terrible. Michael Annette to the outside of us. We're probably gonna go a lap down now. $69 laps to go. We're gonna try to suffer as long as we can, though. It'll give us that much more fresher tires, I guess, to the end of the stage. But with this being a short track, we're not only going to go a lap down, we'll probably be in danger of going 2 laps down. Oh, contact with the 23 off of turn 4. This guy's just blowing on by us here, 4th position. Just joined us. You're just missed the end of stage 1. We finished 8th. Unfortunately, we did not pit at the end of the stage by accident. And we're just kind of running it out till we can. Maybe we can hope for a quick caution. That would be nice. I just don't think that caution's going to happen. Almost came into the 98 up off of turn 2. Just trying to stay out of these guys' way. Still got 66 laps to go. Oh, about to get split between Gaulding and Tommy Joe Martin's. A little contact there with the 99. 65 to go. Now we're probably going to get freight trained around the top side of the track. Bottom is my more preferred line here. Had to check up there. Joe Martin's pulled right in front of Chastain. Oh no! Huge tight moment there off of turn 4. Just again trying to hold on. I don't know if the longer we stay out is going to hurt us or if it might help us in the long run. We went through the entirety of stage 1 without a caution. But now I just don't know. Going to be an uphill climb from this point. Here in stage 2, we're probably not going to get stage points at the end of this stage, but I'm hoping. Oh boy. Probably bring it onto pit road here in a lap or 2. To go. We've actually been able to run more laps than what I originally thought we were going to. I think we're going to have to bring it on to pit road this time. So now is going to be the time. Be nice if we can get a caution as soon as we get on to pit road. Oh, oh no! By 1 mile an hour, we speed down pit road. Wow. 1 mile an hour speeding onto pit road that time. What a tough break. Jared, I will join as soon as this race is over, I promise. If you are still on. Man. So speeding on pit road, and we forgot to pit at the end of stage 1. A rookie mistake for a playoff veteran in the opening race of the playoffs. This is not a good way to start the postseason whatsoever. We're 3 laps down now. What a tough break. We've got 4 fresh Goodyears. I don't know how that's going to stack versus the rest of the field. We've got just over 10 lap fresher tires than the leaders. About 12 lap fresher tires. You can see 5th place though. John Hunter Nemechek still pulling us. So we got to hope for a long green flag run, I think, to the end of the stage. Maybe hope we could get one of our laps back. Take the wave around at the end of stage 2 and maybe just hope for cautions from then on. I don't know. We'll see. So we got 56 laps to go in the stage. The only other thing I could think of is if a caution does come out now, we can maybe get the leaders to pit, take the wave around now, and then maybe take another wave around at the end of the stage. But I mean, then we're just banking on cautions at that point. And with no cautions so far in this race through the first over almost 100 laps out of a 250 lap race, I just don't think this is going to work out for us. Justin Allgaier now trying to climb up the inside. Got Austin Hill. We're going to try to split him up the middle. We were put in a tough spot there. Just not good on the top side of the track. I'm so worried about the speeding penalty too. I never loosened the car up like I originally wanted to either. So we're definitely going to loosen it up at the end of the stage. Try to make it that much faster, especially in the longer run. I know the tires will last. We're catching Brandon Brown. I don't think we have to worry about going another lap down though, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I just not sure what's going to go on here. Catching back up to Allgaier and John Hunter Nemechek though. They were caught in the lap traffic there, and now 3 wide up off of turn number 3 there. We're kind of catching Custer a little bit too, but I think that's because of all the lap traffic. Yeah, again, I think our best bet is if we can somehow catch Custer. I just don't know if that's going to happen, but if we can somehow catch Custer at the end of the stage, get a lap back, and then just stay out, take the wave round, and hope for a quick yellow. Best chance to get back into it. All I want is a chance at this point, just to get back on the lead lap, even if it's not for the win. We were in such a great position at the end of stage 1. Accidentally sacrificing the stage points here in stage 2. That is not good. And we're battling here in the playoffs. Got Matt Mills just to the outside. Quickly try to get by him. That's not for position. We are catching Brandon Brown for position though, just ahead of us. So zoom on by Brandon Brown. I mean, we're kind of pulling away from Allgaier behind us. So in that sense, I do think these 4 fresh tires are that much faster than the leaders. It just took a few laps, I think, for their tires to get even older. 46 laps, though. That's not a lot of time here at Richmond. Down to the inside, we're going to get on by Garrett Smithley pretty easily. Be able to do the same on Stephen Light because he ran the top side there at the 3 and 4, so we'll easily clear him up off the corner too, using all the racetrack that we need. Probably the best corner we've hit 1 and 2 all day right there. And we needed to because of the way Allgaier is starting to catch. Actually, it looks like Custer's pulling back away from us again. See, that's the problem. They're not going to pit before the end of the stage. No need to. I mean, we never even had to pit at the end of stage 1, so. The only other thing at this point too, I guess if the caution comes out before the end of the stage and they choose not to pit again, we might be able to take 4 fresh tires. And by taking those tires, we can maybe drive through the field, get a lap back that way. Because then we'll definitely be faster than the leaders. And if we get one of our laps back and then take the wave around at the end of the stage, we'll get another lap back. If we somehow come back just to get back on the lead lap, that's a miracle of itself. Especially with only, what, like 7 cars on the lead lap. So that's a guaranteed top 10 finish. See, the problem is, too, he's putting more cars multiple laps down, so I guess that's helping us as far as our position, but it's not helping us as far as trying to get back on the lead lap. More cars we're going to have to pass. We're up to 21st. And believe it or not, we are not the last driver in the playoffs that is currently running in the running order on the racetrack. John Hunter Nemechek is back in 37th right now. And he is one of the playoff drivers. He got a win at New Hampshire and a photo finish with us earlier in the season. We do have the Charlotte Roval coming up for you guys later today, and we also got a little bit of Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing action as far as the live streams are considered here on a very booked Sunday on the channel. We'll ride along with the in-car cam now. We'll alternate through the cameras here for these next few laps. Kind of change the pace up a little bit here. So we're going to have 100 laps in the final stage of the race. And we should be just able to make it on fuel to the end of the stage in stage 3. We're going to be right on the border. We're probably going to be a couple laps to the good, to be quite honest. Hopefully the car itself will be faster in the final stage, though. By loosening it up, we'll probably take anywhere between a round to a round and a half of wedge out of the car. And if we need to loosen it up any more than that, if we get another pit stop after that point, we'll just put added air pressure into the tires. We'll probably just go all the way around with it. Oh, car in the wall. It looks like it's Brandon Brown. No caution yet. I am very surprised that there's... Now we get a caution. So caution's going to fly for the first time today. So that might split the strategy up a little bit again. I think we're going to have to pit. Because it doesn't look like all the leaders are pitting right now. And we are currently running 20th. Yeah, we're going to have to do it. So we'll see what we've got here to the end of stage 2 following our first caution.
Coming to the green. Almost ready. Green flag, green flag.
Green flag's going to be back in the air once again here at Richmond. We got another good jump on the restart. We'll see. Hopefully we can drive past these guys again, like I said, and get a lap back, get the wave around at the end of the stage. I think that's going to be our best opportunity to have a shot to get back on the lead lap eventually if we can get another caution at some point, maybe get the free pass. So again, we'll just have to see how these cautions play out. It's unfortunate that the caution couldn't come out though before the end of the stage. Oh, a little bump and run there on Zane Smith. Really just trying to hurry and hustle this traffic. Figuring that we're 3 laps down, so we only have 23 laps. We only have 23 laps to get to the end of the stage.
Careful, still there. Clear high, clear high. Stay low, stay low. Car outside.
We're definitely catching Custer now. Oh, Briscoe. Yeah, Briscoe's in the lead, actually. Custer's no longer in the race lead. I didn't realize Briscoe was probably one of the guys that took fresh tires under that pit stop. I saw there was only 2 drivers that went into the pits there under that caution. Still can't get around all guys. We're trying. 20 laps to go in the stage.
Still there.
Jares, I promise I will join the party as soon as this race is over.
Careful, still there. Top spray, use it if you need it.
$19 laps to go here. Michael Annette is now taking the race lead away from Briscoe. So that is a battle to the end of the stage, of course. Oh, now we gave up the bottom to Cindric. He's just able to sneak under us. Trying to pull him. Oh, now we're into the wall, getting into one. A little contact with Cindric. Ooh! Really driving this car hard.
Car outside, hold your line.
I still believe we could take the wave around at the end of the stage, but unfortunately we're only going to be able to get one of our laps back. I just don't know how this is going to work. Now we get bumped out of the way there. Chastain trying to make his way through. That was a fight for position here. So we can battle Chastain for right now to try to get to 17. Oh, more contact. Now he gets a little loose into turn 2. Michael Nett's caught lap traffic now. Yeah, this is not looking good. I think the worst thing for us when that caution came out was that some of the lead lap cars pit, some of them didn't, so we couldn't take the wave around if we stayed out. That definitely hurt us. Plus, it allowed those guys on fresher tires to just pull away from the ones on older tires. And with 14 to go in the stage, we're going to have no shot. I mean, we might even still be able to catch Custer, but it won't matter because it's not going to mean anything. So we're going to be forced to stay out at the end of the next stage. We're put in a hole right now. I just don't think we're going to get out of it. I think we can get one lap back, but we'd be lucky even to get one lap down by the end of this race. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate we ended our race that way. Because, I mean, we could be on the lead lap right now, probably in the, I mean, well, whatever position we would be in right now, like 6th. We'd have at least a shot to win this race at some point in time. Wow. Well, at this point, we're just going to have to try and hold on to every position we possibly can. Mainly because we're in the playoffs. Every point per position that we can hold on before the end of this race. If we go to 2 laps down, we might still have a shot at the top 10. That could be definitely something that we could fight for. Yeah, it's just not looking good. Maybe we get another caution before the end of the stage. I don't know. But I just think if that happens, the rest of the guys that didn't pit before are going to pit this time. So I still don't think that might work. But I guess I can hope for one, just in case. It's about our only other shot. Because even if we get cautions in the final stage, I mean, we're showing right now that I still can't catch Custer and them guys on about 30 lap pressure tires. So I don't, 40, probably closer to 40 lap pressure tires. Just doesn't seem possible. Lap traffic not slowing down Michael and Ned at all either. He's already half track ahead of us again.
Stay on the bottom. Clear high, bud.
Just trying to fuel it out here. We have 10 laps to go in the stage. Again, we're 3 laps down, so we actually only have 7 to go, and now Annette hits the line, so 6 laps to go for the leaders in stage number 2. We'll stay out, take the wave around at the end of the stage. We'll be 2 laps down. This is our worst race in a while, and it just sucks that we're starting the playoffs off with that bad race and going to the Charlotte Roval later today for race 2. Anything could happen there. We ran good on the road courses this year. We won at Watkins Glen with the steering wheel. We won at Road America, and we finished 4th at Mid-Ohio, so I know we can run well on the road courses. We shouldn't be in a must-win situation with the playoff points we've got over the course of the season, but we'll probably have to finish maybe, we're definitely going to have to get a lot more stage points because we only got 3 in this race. But I think if we can get a few stage points the next couple races and still finish close to the top 10, in all 3 races, we'll be fine. We'll be able to make it on points going into the round of 8. But definitely, if we could win, that would be awesome. We're definitely catching Noah Gregson now. We just passed John Hunter Nemechek a couple laps ago, and Will Custer is still not too far ahead of us. I don't know if we'll catch him before the end of the stage. If we catch Custer before the end of the stage somehow, though, and we could have taken the wave around, that goes to show we could have been 1 lap down going into the final stage. Then at that point, it's like you just battle for a free pass position and then hope for another caution. You're back on the lead lap, you can pit, take fresh tires, and right back in the thick of things again, but just doesn't look that way. So 1 lap to go, white flag in the air. We're not going to be able to catch Justin Haley for 16th, so we will be 17th at the end of stage 1 here, and Michael Annette will, or sorry, stage 2. And Michael Annette is going to win stage 2 in this race. Custer's going to bring it home in 3rd after winning stage 1. He's still got a good chance to win this race, so a lot on the line for those guys racing for the win to make it to the next round of the playoffs, going into the final stage of the race. A lot of playoff drivers in the top 10 too. I think we got about 7 of them that have gotten stage points in both stages now. So still 7 drivers on the lead lap at the end of stage 2. BJ McLeod will get the free pass, so he'll be the 8th driver on the lead lap. So we'll take the wave around here. We're going to be on a lot older tires, but we'll only be 2 laps down, which could get us up to 11th at this point in the race. And this last stage will be just a little bit longer, so we'll see here. We're going to have 97 laps to go when we start this 3rd and final stage of the race. The green flag is going to be in the air once again. We'll restart in 16th. Only 1 caution for an incident in this race. That is rare for a short track here at Richmond. Look at that, 4 wide on the restart coming out of turns 1 and 2. Contact with the 35. These guys all on fresher tires, so even at the rear of the field, I think we're going to be struggling back here. We're going to have to hope for another caution. A few cautions in this last stage if we're going to want to get back on the lead lap. Not impossible, though. I guess you never know. Once we get one, we know cautions start to breed other cautions, so we'll see. Oh, a little contact up ahead of us there. So 2 laps down. We got 95 laps to go. Now, the leaders are right on the edge of fuel. We're going to be about 20 laps short if we do somehow go green that long again. But I think being on older tires too, we're in danger of possibly going that lap down again. Right along with the in-car cam once again here. I think my strategy's all up in the air at this point. We just got to hope for some cautions. I know for a fact if we get another caution soon, we'll definitely have to stay out again. I mean, it depends on what the leaders do, because if the leaders all stay out, we're not going to be able to take the wave around, so we might as well pit. Especially because we're at the tail end of the drivers that are 2 laps down. We're last of the 6 drivers that are held 2 laps down right now, so we'll just have to see. Ryan Seed's still pulling us a little bit. So is Greg Galding on those fresher tires. They're about 5 to 5.5 seconds ahead of us. Starting to catch more of these back market cars like John Jackson and Timmy Hill. Morgan Shepherd just ahead of us. I guess it didn't take too long on older tires before we're finally starting to catch them again. Ooh, man, really loose that. Yeah, that's another thing too. I forgot to loosen the car up again. Well, it's because, yeah, my bad. It's because we took the wave around, so I wasn't able to loosen the car up, I guess. Yeah, we're going to need that caution pretty quick here because Cole Custer's already about 3/4 of the track length ahead of us. We're having a tough time trying to pass these guys as well. We're battling them pretty hard. If this wasn't already my worst track statistically, I'd say we might have had a chance. Like if this would have been Atlanta, I wouldn't have counted us out of it. Atlanta's probably one of my better tracks on this game, but I mean, yeah, Richmond, it just wasn't meant to be. Once we made that mistake, I mean, we had to run a perfect race just to even have a chance to win. Make one mistake on strategy and it's all up in the air at that point. Right front tire, 52% tire wear right now. Definitely just trying to make it as long as we possibly can before we must pit. Big run up off of turn 2.
Stay low.
Still got a car to our outside. Can't quite clear him. It looks like it was Stephen Light in the 01, I believe. Yep. We're going to hustle it down to the inside into turn 1 on Vinnie Miller, driving it in real deep. Trying to clear him up off of turn 2. A little contact. Couldn't quite clear him that time. We ran a pretty clean race today, though. We haven't really hit anybody really at all, and I think we only hit the wall once. So, I mean, we're running clean. We're just nowhere near as fast as the leaders today. Starting to catch Greg Galdi now. We're about 4.5 seconds back from 15th. On that track map down on the bottom left, Custer is just getting closer and closer to us. I mean, again, he was faster than us, way faster than us as it was. Us taking the wave around, taking the risk on older tires, just trying to play the caution game. I just don't think that's going to work right now. I'll race with this regular camera now for the rest of this race. Side by side with Tyler Reddick. Can't quite clear him off of turn 2. That hurts us on speed again. Still can't clear him through 3 and 4. We're still side by side. Yeah, there's only 3 more lap cars here in between me and Custer. Although he didn't win stage 2, he won stage 1, he has dominated the majority of the race. Still finished 3rd in stage 2, but that's because he was on older tires than Briscoe and Annette that finished ahead of him because of that lone caution we've had today. I don't trust that we're only going to have 1 caution, but the problem is I just don't think it's going to happen soon enough before we go another lap down again. That pit road speeding penalty didn't help either. I guarantee we would have only been 2 laps down instead of 3 if we didn't speed onto pit road. Because I think they held us a lap. So, also have that to remember too. At 1 mile an hour we sped. Speed limit was 40, we hit 41. Knew we were coming in hot. Couldn't remember where the commitment line was, and we were just 1 mile per hour over. So, I mean, I guess we could be 1 lap down right now. And if that's the case, we would definitely have a shot at the top 10. Gotta say though, I had kind of a longer winning streak going for us here in this series too, but that's probably going to come to an end pretty easily here. We're in danger of going another lap down. We still got 2 more lap cars in between us and quite a few more cars ahead of us. We are catching Greg Golding for 15th as well. He's now just over a second ahead into 1 and 2. Alright, putting more cars in between me and Custer again. We don't have much longer though. Custer's not too far behind us. When he hits the line this time, the leaders are going to have 68 laps to go in the race. So it is time for a few cautions to come out, but we'll see.
Careful, still there. Clear high, bud.
Little contact there with Jeff Green coming off a turn 4. Caught him in a bad spot. Elliott Sadler in 14th. He's still about 3 seconds ahead of us. Oh, a little loose there. Drove it in a little too deep to turns 3 and 4. Golding less than a second ahead of us as he runs the top side through turns 1 and 2. We're going to run the bottom. We're going to get close to him. And we're setting him up now to get him to the inside. Oh, he gets really loose going into turns 3 and 4. He's going to wash up the racetrack, and here comes Custer as we just moved to 15th. No more lap cars here in between me and Custer, at least for right now, and we're going to have to block here for our lives at this point. And he's got a big lead right now, too. Blocking, hoping for a caution. If he's going to pass us, he's probably going to have to pass us around the top. Oh, unless we give up the bottom. Oh, huge block up off of turn 2. We're racing like we're battling for the lead, and I'm sure he's not happy. Now he looks to the top side. Can't get us there. He's going to get the run off the corner, though. And we block him going into turn 1. Still holding the inside. As we keep caution. Oh my gosh. It works. It worked. Just able to hold on. Allgaier's pitting. He might have been the cause of the caution. That could be another spot on a playoff driver too if he's out of the race. Or maybe he's just trying a little different strategy. We're definitely going to pit though. It doesn't look like every lead lap car is going to hit pit road. So we'll pit. Now we just need a few more. So I don't know if we're going to be faster than him or not yet, though. Who knows? Maybe we get a couple more yellows. Still got another set of tires left on pit road. It's only the 3rd time we pit. So the green flag's going to be in the air. We're going to be restarting at the rear of the field. Austin Cindric did get the free pass there, so we now have 9 drivers on the lead lap. Big jump, though, into the first turn. I mean, again, these pressured tires, they work until we get right to about the top 5, top 10 cars, and then we kind of stall out. I'll hope for the best though. Yeah, best chance is gonna be to get a lap back. And again, I forgot to loosen it.
Stay low, stay low.
I might need help trying to remember that if we get another yellow and I have to pit. That could help me too. So only 2 cautions so far in the race, and we still do have 57 to go for the leaders.
Stay low, stay low. You got room. You're clear.
Now, if we could somehow get back on the lead lap, which might be oh boy, 3 wide going into turn 1, driving it in deep.
Got a car right now.
Oh, little contact with Sadler. Sadler into the wall. They're 4 wide now behind us. Gaulding trying to work his way back to the inside. He bumps us now, and he goes sideways.
All clear.
Trying to save it. I think he did. Oh, man, a huge contact towards the back of the pack. They're stacking up, and we get another yellow. But that didn't really help us. That did not help us at all. Because now, we're still 2 laps down. I don't know if we pit again or not, though. I think we stay out. So I think if we pit, we're just going to line up at the rear of the field again. That's what it had us do last time, so we'll see here. Yeah, we'll restart in 13th. We're on the outside of the racetrack, though, because somebody got the free pass. So we now have 10 drivers on the lead lap. Custer actually did lose his lead there right before we went green. Green flag back in the air. We've been awesome getting through the shifts on the restart. 4 wide again for a second there. Now we file it down to 3 wide into the corner. Justin Allgaier in the race lead, up off of turn 2. Custer now just trying to hold on for 3rd, or 2nd rather. Zane Smith on the inside of him though. Michael Annette now looking to the inside of Custer for 3rd. Allgaier with that clean air out in front of the field though, trying to pull away at this point. Driving it in deep here into turn 1. Got a clear Nemechek at least. To the inside of Cole Custer here, just trying to get around him. Again, we got 30 to 35 lap fresher tires than the leaders. And although we're still not faster than them, as you see here, Custer's still trying to hold on the outside. Those back-to-back cautions, that hurt Custer because he was leading this race. He's dominated. He's now back to 4th. Allgaier's in the lead. Allgaier actually, he took fresh tires under the pits too, so that might have actually hurt us. Allgaier might be trying to pull away from us now. We're up to 11. Only 47 laps to go. Just got to keep digging. I know for a fact I don't want another caution to come out until we get at least, so we can at least pass pass Justin Allgaier to be 1 lap down. If we get around Allgaier to become 1 lap down, then a caution comes out, that's alright. Then if the leaders all pit that time, then we could take the wave around. We're back on the lead lap, then we'll need another caution to try to catch back up to him, because then we'll be on older tires again. I mean, the strategy, even though it hasn't worked out for us to get back on the lead lap, you can tell it's working because we have gained quite a few spots because of it. We're up to 11th now. It's a lot better than what we would have fared otherwise. I mean, remember when we were first 3 laps down, we were back in 26th. We started the race in 27th. It's been a really roller coaster of a race. Oh, guy, you're about to catch lap traffic already. That'll help us a little bit trying to catch him. I'm just trying to keep Briscoe and Custer behind us. They battle each other for third, but that would be more of these cars I'd have to pass. All guy really getting held up here by that lap car. That's making me feel a little bit better. Kind of pulled Briscoe up off of turn 2 there that time. Just beat him back to the gas. Custer's been looking all over Briscoe trying to get under him here. He's taking way too long to pass me. Heavy lap traffic now ahead of Custer. Or sorry, ahead of Allgaier rather. Just beat Briscoe back to the gas out of 4 again. Michael Annett being held up now by those couple lap cars there. It looks like Austin Hill and Cesar Baccarella just in front of us. Austin Hill moved down to the bottom right in front of us. That's going to cost us a little bit of time. Drove it in a little too deep there into turn 3. It's going to hurt our momentum a little bit. We're kind of pulling away from Briscoe now. He's catching the lap cars in a bad spot. And look at Allgaier. He is struggling, and Allgaier's in danger of losing the lead to Michael Annett here very, very shortly. But better yet, we're catching him as well. Allgaier still stuck on the top. Annett now stuck at the bottom as they're side by side for the lead coming off of turn 4. Annett goes to the bottom. They're 3 wide. With only 36 to go. And Michael Annett is going to take the lead off of turn 2. We're going to pass Allgaier, and now we try to catch Michael Annett. Trying to get back to 1 lap down. Allgaier just behind us though. A lot of heavy lap traffic just ahead of the leaders again. Nowhere to go for Annett. He might lose the lead again. We're going to go to the inside. 3 wide, driving it in deep on the apron. Boom! To John Jackson. Aggressive, but it pays off. And now they got about a 3 or 4 car battle for the lead going on behind us. And the lead going to the ring. Caution! Caution's out. We get the free pass. As we're the only car 1 lap down. Matt Mills spins off of turn 2. I just jumped out of my seat. This is crazy. We are going to be back on the lead lap and give us 4 fresh Goodyears. This might be the greatest comeback of all time. Oh, that timed out perfect. This is crazy. 4 fresh tires. We'll take a round of wedge out of it to loosen the car up, and here we go, guys. What a comeback. Now, we do have to start at the rear of the field with the free pass, though. So give us the fresh tires. Let's see what we've got. The green flag is going to be back in the air, and here we go at Richmond. 30 laps to go from the back to the front. We should be faster than them now, but this is a lot of traffic to overcome. 4 wide now for turns 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, it's costing us a lot of time. Oh, now we get hit from behind from Vinnie Miller. Kind of got us a little loose. 29 laps to go. If we win, we will advance to the next round. Who saw this coming? All I wanted was a chance, and we've got a good one here. Cautions have been starting to breed other cautions late in this race. 28 to go. A pit road speeding penalty. Forgetting to pit at the end of stage 1 put us 3 laps down. Cautions have played our way perfectly in this race. Almost went 3 laps down again after we took the wave around and old tires. Caution came out when Cole Custer was trying to pass us, when he was in the lead. Then when we were 2 laps down, we had fresher tires that last time, just past Michael Annett a lap before the caution comes out. We were 1 lap down, and we were the only car lap down, so we then got the free pass. And now back on the lead lap. Oh, they just stacked up in front of us, and now we're 3 wide again going into turns 3 and 4. 4 wide. Tommy squeezing the gap. See, we might have guys on fresh tires too. Briscoe and Allgaier are trying to pull away from everybody. They're side by side for the lead, way up ahead of us. We're just going to pass Zane Smith as well a little bit ago for 10th. And we are back in the top 10. A miracle of itself. Do we have a shot to win it? Cindric now for 9th, down to the inside. Taking it way down low. Gaulding kind of cutting us off a little bit. Contact and caution is out again. With 25 laps to go, the caution will fly. Wow, what a race. Well, that's going to bunch the field back up again. I think we're going to have 21 laps to go when we go green. Here we go. Free pass goes to Ray Black Jr. 12 drivers. Or sorry, 11 on the lead lap. He was 2 laps down, so he's only 1 lap down now. Green flag back in the air again. And here we go. We did not take off on the restart that time. On the outside. Probably the first restart we didn't. Side by side for the lead into turn 1. 3 wide now just in front of us. We're stacked up. We got to get to the bottom. This is not looking good for us. This is taking way too long. I thought Zane Smith was going to take it 4 wide for a second. That was a close one. Nope, but we will. Off of turn 4, 4 wide. Not wasting any time at all. A bonsai move down to the inside into 1. We're going to clear BJ McLeod, and that's going to move us up to 6th. Kaz Gralla now going high. This is unbelievable. Might be the comeback of all comebacks. 19 laps to go. We're in the top 5. Cole Custer, though, he might be the fastest car in the field. Now looking for the race lead to the inside of Briscoe. Nowhere for us to go. We're trying to get around Michael Annett, but we can't quite get to him right now. Is the car too loose? Another bonsai move to the inside. Into 1. A little tight. Almost got into the 1 car of Michael Annett. Oh. We're starting to lose them again. 17 laps to go. Driving it in deep on Annett. Again, just trying to get under him at least. Trying to stay on him. Side drafting now. Contact. Another deep drive into turn 3. He gets loose. We're going to pass him for 4th. Briscoe still in the lead. Custer and Allgaier side by side for 2nd. Allgaier just shuts the door on him into turn 1. This is unbelievable. Allgaier on the outside, giving Custer the inside again. They're still side by side for 2nd. That's what Briscoe wants to see, is a great battle like that going on. Contact! Custer moves him up the racetrack. A bump and run. Custer wasting no time. He's back up to 2nd. But that hard racing is allowing us to catch him even quicker. That's what we need to do to win the race. I think Custer's got a good shot to get around Briscoe, though. We got 14 to go. Heck, we might catch lap traffic before the end of the race, too. I think there's a good chance that's going to happen. Allgaier trying to cross him over back to the inside. He can't quite get under him. Will he put the bumper to Custer? Like Custer did to him a little bit ago. Now he looks to the inside off of turn 4. 13 to go. We're pushing the car as hard as we can. We're slowly catching him. Allgaier going to clear him with a clean pass off of turn 2. I think Allgaier's got a little bit fresher tires though, so he might have a better handling race car. We have caught him. It's a 4-car race for the lead with 12 to go here at Richmond. To the inside of Custer into turn 1 for 3rd. Allgaier now going for the lead on Briscoe. Side by side, we're tight off of turn 2, trying to hold our line. We couldn't do it. Another deep drive into turn 3. Custer still gives us the bottom. Allgaier takes the lead away from Briscoe at the line. 11 to go. We have another lead change as we are trying to overtake Custer for 3rd, and we will. Oh, Briscoe just shuts the door on us into 1. And here we go. Just trying to time it out perfect. Now we're trying to keep Custer behind us. He keeps trying to look to the inside off of 4. Now he goes high. Couldn't get us that time. Deep drive to the inside. We're going to get underneath Briscoe for 2nd. Annette goes high through turns 1 and 2. He's going to catch his first lap car. It's going to be Baccarella on the inside. Nowhere to go as he tries to get under him. He can't get to him. Briscoe gets loose on the outside, and here we come. Annette now down to the bottom. At the line. Single-digit laps to go. Deep dive to the inside on Allgaier. We can't get him that time for the lead, but we are up to 2nd. Only 9 laps to go here at Richmond. Allgaier goes high. Through turns 3 and 4 to the inside now for the race lead. Contact. Off of turn 4, but that might allow Briscoe to get under us. He couldn't capitalize. Allgaier shuts the door on us again. And beats us back to the gas off of turn 2. More lap traffic ahead. It looks like Austin Hill's going to let us both go. We lose him through turns 3 and 4 again. Are the tires now starting to even out this long into the run? A lot of lap traffic now. Just 3 cars bunched together right in front of Allgaier. Running out of laps. Trying to close the door again. 6 laps to go at the line. Man, I am shaking right now. I'm trying to... This is unbelievable. Allgaier shuts the door on us again. We can't quite get to his back bumper. We're pushing it hard. We got 2 more lap cars, but then a lot of open room after that. We might not catch another lap car after these 2 before the end of the race. Allgaier making some great moves at the inside. 5 to go. 3 wide for the lead into turn 1. We're sliding up the track. To the bottom goes Allgaier as we tried another bonsai move. He crosses us over coming out of turn 2, and now we got to run him back down again. Oh no, we're losing him. 4 to go. What a heartbreak this would be if we came all the way back just to finish this close. This could be an instant classic. I don't know. I mean, it's not done yet. 3 to go at the line. These laps don't take long. Closing the gap through 1 and 2. I think we're going to catch those lap cars here in another lap or 2. That could make or break the finish of the race. 2 laps to go at the line off of turn 4. Gonna try to go to the inside here. Allgaier nowhere to go. He tries to squeeze through the middle. The lane is blocked. We're gonna use Timmy Hill as a pick to the lead off of turn 2. With 2 laps to go, coming to the white flag. Trying to hold on to it. We slip up through 3 and 4. Allgaier closes the gap again. White flag in the air. 1 to go at Richmond. Trying to pull past Mike Harmon. He gives us plenty of room. Oh, we slipped up the track again through 1 and 2, and here comes Allgaier. Will he use the bumper going into turn 3? To the bottom on Ray Black Jr. He gives it a run. He's there. He can't make the move off of 4. Blocking into the line. Christopher Bell will win it at Richmond. And we are going to the round of 8. What a race. What a race. Race of the year at Richmond. We didn't have the fastest car, but we had the best strategy, and a little luck goes along with it. Unbelievable. We have burnt the engine out. I can't even accelerate. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 88 minutes is the total time in this race. And with the win, we get an additional 5 playoff points for the next round. And we will advance to that round of 8. We don't have to worry about the Roval in the next one. Unbelievable. So an hour 28 minutes, but that was a thrilling race, a thrilling comeback. So there's a look at the standings real quick. A miracle win for Christopher Bell here at Richmond. We'll look at the race analysis here before we finish it up. Michael Annette had the fastest lap of the 20.590. Cole Custer, by far the best car in the race. He did not get the finish he had hoped for. Led 139 of the 250 laps. We went from 27th to 1st at the very end of the race. We led 2 laps under green the entire race, and it was the last 2 laps. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Oh boy. I didn't see who was the tough break. Tough break went to Matt Mills, started 16th, finished 36th. Yeah, he was one of the cars that wrecked out of the race there towards the end. I think he brought out the last caution. That was it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I don't know how you couldn't have. That was probably one of the better races I've had on the channel in general. Thrilling finish, a thrilling race overall, a great comeback, and hopefully I'll join you guys next time for the Charlotte Roval later today. We do have another stream coming up here somewhat shortly with Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing. Again, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy NASCAR content. We have that on the daily here. Hit the like button again if you enjoyed. Hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload, and I will see you guys in the next video.